How do you find time to kind of stay sharp?
I listen to a lot of content, but I'm actually going to answer that a little bit differently. So I've never considered myself a numbers person. And one thing that I do a lot is I'm just like obsessed with data, like sales data. I want to know what my competitors are doing. I want to know what the industry is doing, like especially right now as those numbers are all changing. Like I want to know what is my team's connection rate and how does that compare to my peers? What is my team's call conversion rate and how does that compare to my peers? How has that changed over time? And so I'm really big into the Bridge Group and Topo. Those are two of my favorite serious decisions I would also put in there as well. But I think it's really important to stay up to date on like what the numbers are, which again sounds crazy to say out loud because I've always considered myself like more of a people person. But if you understand where the numbers are off, you can understand where to coach towards. And so Marc, the presentation you're talking about, that's actually what I talked about, was understanding like your funnel. How many calls do you need to make? How many connections do you need to have? How many meetings do you need to book? How many of them need to show up to get how many opportunities to hit your quota? And so like as a sales rep, if you own those numbers and you understand where your conversions are off and how they compare to your peers, you can say, hey manager, I really need help with my call conversion rates. Can you please help me with this area? It sounds like I'm struggling with my objections. Or like, hey, I'm just not getting enough people to pick up the phone. Can you help me understand the best times to call? And so by understanding how your individual data and as your team's individual data compares with the others, I think that's the best way to stay sharp too.